The NBA is returning, and I cannot wait to watch basketball. Basketball is an incredible sport. I think the NBA is doing so many good things right. And I want to share the little details you may not know that you need to know to get prepared for the NBA season coming up. There are 22 teams involved with the NFL restructured shorter season. The season is going to restart, I guess, because they had a pause before. The season is going to restart on July 30th. All the games, you probably know this, are held at Disneyland. And here are the key things that I didn't know that I need to do research, so I'll share with you guys. They're playing 8 games to quote regular season games. The NBA is going to play 8 games to determine seeding for their playoffs. And they're going to pare down from the 22 teams involved down to 16 teams for the NBA playoffs. 8 teams in the West, 8 teams in the East, just like normal. A 16-team playoff. And it's so awesome. I'm hoping for intense and meaningful basketball. I really think that's what we're going to get. I think it's going to be an incredible, incredible playoff bracket, and I just can't. It's going to be just fun, man. There are 9 teams in the East that are coming to Orlando, to Walt Disney World, and there are 13 teams from the West. 12 teams have already clinched a playoff spot. This is based on the regular season records from before games were suspended. The 12 teams that are already locked for the playoffs that just have to determine seeding. Remember, these teams are not, they're in the playoffs, yes. They still have to earn their spot and earn their seed with the 8-game kind of season we're going to have in Walt Disney World. But the 6 teams in the West that are already locked to make the playoffs right now, guaranteed, the Lakers, the Clippers, the Denver Nuggets, the Utah Jazz, the OKC Thunder, and the Houston Rockets. Now, the 6 in the East that are guaranteed to make the playoffs because of their records are in order, I guess, from ranking: the Milwaukee Bucks, the Toronto Raptors, the Boston Celtics, the Miami Heat, the Indiana Pacers, and the Philadelphia 76ers. It's great. I love it. I can't wait to watch the 76ers, and we'll get into it. I'll talk about my favorite storylines after this. Those teams that I listed, those 12 teams, are just now competing for seeding they're trying to be the highest seed they possibly can to play easier teams in the NBA playoffs. Now, 3 teams are fighting for the final 2 spots in the Eastern Conference playoffs. You have the Brooklyn Nets, the Orlando Magic, and the Washington Wizards. One of those teams is not going to make the playoffs. I'm not sure which one. And then in the West, you have 7 teams competing for the final 2 spots in the Western Conference playoffs. You have the Dallas Mavericks, the Memphis Grizzlies, the Portland Trailblazers, the New Orleans Pelicans, the Sacramento Kings, the San Antonio Spurs, and the Phoenix Suns. 5 teams are not going to make it. Only 2 of those teams I just listed are going to also make it into the playoffs. I hope I explained that all well enough. It's complicated, but very interesting, and going to make really exciting, fast basketball. I think 8 games is perfect. You have 8 games. If it's too many, then you can take a game off. No, all 8 games are going to be very important. They're all going to matter, and we're going to get great, intense, passionate, interesting basketball from players that want to win. Now, there are a couple storylines I can't wait to follow when the NBA playoffs start. Number one, actually, before I even get into that, I think the most interesting, albeit darkest and harshest story is, how's it going to go? I mean, is anybody going to get coronavirus? What happens if LeBron gets corona? I don't know. That's kind of a horrible thought. That's not something I'm excited to see, but I guess it is. Before I get into the storylines I'm excited to watch, that's a storyline that I probably should acknowledge that's interesting and maybe dark and scary, because I don't want that to happen. I don't want to have, it would suck so bad. I mean, imagine we get a great matchup where like it's the NBA Finals and I just would hate to have someone lose their star player because of coronavirus. That'd be like terrible. Nobody wants to see that. Now, the storylines I can't wait to watch, I want to watch the Lakers and the Clippers so badly in the Western Conference Finals. I want to watch that LA versus LA battle. Now, I'm really sad it can't happen in the Staples Center in front of a ton of people. I was so excited all year. Basically from October on, I've been looking forward to having those 2 teams match up in the Western Conference Finals. I'm so disappointed we're not going to get it in Staples Center with a giant crowd and a ton of intensity. It's sad. It's a loss to basketball. But we can still have 2 great teams, LA versus LA, LeBron versus Kawhi in the Western Conference Finals. Now, number 2, I'm curious if Giannis can win it all. Can Giannis, I'm not even going to try to say his last name, can the Greek Freak win? Can the Greek Freak win it all? He really elevated his game this year. One of my favorite storylines going into the year was, can Giannis elevate his team enough to take them through the playoffs and win? They're the number one seed right now in the Eastern Conference Finals, and I think maybe he wins the championship. I don't know. But whoever plays against Milwaukee, I think it's going to be Milwaukee that gets to the NBA Finals, whether it's the Clippers or probably the Lakers, I hope. I can't wait to watch. Can Giannis, imagine this thought. Giannis versus LeBron in the NBA Finals, and Giannis dominates and beats LeBron. I don't know. I love LeBron. It would still be very fascinating to watch. Can Giannis take over? Can LeBron challenge him? I don't know. I so badly want to see that. These two guys, these dominant, or maybe Anthony Davis comes and plays a gigantic factor, and LeBron and the Greek Freak are important, but actually Anthony Davis becomes a star. I don't know, but I want to watch. Can Giannis pull it off? Can Giannis win a championship? I don't know. Can't wait to find out. Now, can the 76ers figure it out? Listen to the starting five for the Philadelphia 76ers. You have Al Horford, Josh Richardson, Tobias Harris, Joel Embiid, and Ben Simmons. They have this incredibly, incredibly gifted, talented starting five. And yet they're sixth in the Eastern Conference right now. Could maybe that tournament-style playoff help them pull together? Maybe the playoffs is where talent becomes more important than cohesion. I don't know. But maybe. That's what I want to see. Can the Sixers figure it out? Because they have been woefully underperforming all year. Number 4, can Zion Williamson make the playoffs? Zion Williamson has the easiest schedule. I can't remember who reported it. The easiest schedule in the NBA playoffs bracket, whatever that little thing is. And the Pelicans are an interesting team. Brandon Ingram, Zion Williamson, J.J. Redick, Drew Holiday, Lonzo Ball. You forgot about Lonzo. Josh Hart. Can't wait to watch. Can the Pelicans make the playoffs? I want to watch Zion. I think Zion will be fun. I don't think Zion is incredible. I think Zion's very solid, but a star. Whether you don't have to be the most talented person to be a massive star. Not everybody's Billie Eilish. Billie Eilish is both an incredible star and very talented. We all know that singer who can't really sing. The Weeknd. Anyone ever heard The Weeknd live? I haven't, but I've seen videos. It's terrible. The Weeknd is not good live. But my point is, you don't need to be the best at your job to be a massive star. And even though Zion is not the best player right now in the NBA, he has my attention. I want to watch it. He's very fascinating. Now, Damian Lillard, number 5, Damian Lillard. Can Damian Lillard will the Portland Trailblazers into the playoffs? I think the Blazers are interesting, not just because I'm a local Portland native, but you have Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum. But the crazy part of the story to me is Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony in Portland? Working cohesively with other people? I don't know. Can Portland make it happen? I think they're the 9th out of the 8 teams right now battling for a playoff spot in the West. Can the Portland Trailblazers get into the playoffs? I don't know. Then can they win? Can they win more? Can they win in the playoffs? How long does this go with the Blazers? How long can Damian Lillard kind of carry their team? Now, number 6, I think the Rockets are fascinating, man. The Rockets have James Harden and Russell Westbrook. And how do they handle the playoffs together? How do they handle that intense situation where what happens at the end of a game? Who takes the final shot? I don't know. Do the egos clash in the playoffs between Russell Westbrook and James Harden? I have no idea. I want to find out. That sounds like a lot of fun. I'd love to see it. Now, those are all the storylines I'm excited to watch. I'm just so excited for basketball. I mean, I don't know about you. I've been cooped up for a long time. I want sports so badly. I want to root for LeBron. I want to watch Brad Stevens coach. I want to yell at my TV. I want to have fun. I want intensity. I want drama. I'm so glad the NBA is coming back, and I just think it's going to be incredible. I'm going to have my dad over. We're going to watch LeBron. I can't wait. Every single night, I hope I'm watching a basketball game and just having the time of my life. I really want that so badly. I hope my days are baseball during the day NBA at night. The next day we'll talk about it. It'll be so much fun. I can't wait. The NBA is going to be incredible, and I'm so looking forward to it.